Hello, everyone. I want to go over project number 1 with you with a little more detail. So this is really going to serve as your project roadmap for the first one. And you are going to plot your fictional narrative. You are not going to actually write it like it says in courseware. Instead, you are just going to map it out and be ready to write at another time should you choose to do that. Okay, so there are 4 parts to this. Part 1 is you need to choose a prompt. Okay, choose the one that's most interesting to you. If you like the fantasy ones, you've landed on a strange planet. What would that look like? What would the problem be? Who are the characters? Then choose that prompt. If you like more of the real life stuff, and you want to pretend to be a fictional famous person, again, come up with a story idea for that. Okay, but my suggestion to you is use your imagination and choose the prompt that is most interesting to you. Because if you choose something that's boring to you, that is going to make this a very tedious assignment. Okay, so the second part of part 1 is brainstorming. I've included a map here. It's a great graphic organizer. You can map this out on paper for just getting your ideas down in writing. Sometimes it depends on your personality. Sometimes it will help you to just kind of draw bubbles and get your ideas down. Other times it won't. So this is a tool for you, not a requirement. Okay, part 2, and you'll see this in Unit 3, Lesson 11. You are mapping out your fictional narrative, okay? Again, I put a template in the Pages tab of the course. It's not a requirement, but it might be very useful for you. So let's go there. So we're on home, the home page. If you go to Pages, wait for that to load because this is where all your course supports are. Okay, so right here you'll see fictional narrative graphic organizer. And if you click on that, I'll wait for it to load. Okay, I'm not sure if you can hear my little boy in the background, but he's bugging his brother. So I'm sorry if you do. If you click on that arrow, again, it won't open up here. Instead, it'll go down here. And this is just another tool for you. Again, not a requirement. I'm not asking you to submit this, but this is just something to help you organize your thoughts if you would like to use it. Okay, so we went to Pages. That's how we got here. Okay, so that's part 2. Part 3 is revising your work. Okay, you want to really look at what you're doing and see if you have all 5 parts, all 5 elements to a plot. Do you have your exposition? Do you have your rising actions, your climax, your falling actions, your resolution? Do you have details for those? Because you're not turning in a skeleton of a plot, you're turning in a detailed plot diagram that can be used later to write the story should you choose to. All right, and last but not least, part 4, it's simply just turning in your work. So by the end of lesson 13, you're submitting your work. And the best way to do this, depending on your personality, 1, map it out, get a piece of paper, and draw. Where do we go? Well, here's one. Getting ready to make another video for you explaining kind of a plot for a famous story, but I'll use this organizer for the sake of this paper. See, this is a plot diagram right here. Your exposition, your rising actions, your climax, your falling actions, your resolution. So you're adding stuff. You're adding, okay, who are your characters? What's your problem? What's your setting? Your problem's getting worse for your rising action. So what is happening in your story, or what's going to happen in your story that's going to make the problem worse? Your climax is when the problem is at its very worst. It's usually the most exciting part, but sometimes it's hard to identify that. So it's easier if you remember when the problem is at its worst. Falling action is when the problem is starting to get better, but it's not quite solved, and resolution is when it's totally solved. For this assignment, you can draw this, okay, on a piece of paper, identify all these parts, take a picture of it, and upload that for project number 1. If you'd rather do this on a computer, then you're welcome to do that. That's not really my forte. There are some things I'd rather write because it's faster for me. But again, that is completely your choice. I hope this was helpful. Please don't hesitate to email me, message me through Google Hangouts or through the text number that I gave you. Again, all my contact information if you need it, and hopefully you won't be shy to reach out for help because that's why I'm here. I want to help you. Notice right here is contact me, and that'll give you all of my contacting information. Okay? And again, if you can text me here, that goes right on my phone. That's wonderful. Hangouts is great. Email is great. It's all great. Let me know how I can help you. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.